All right, welcome back. We're ready to clear some more limits. And something that...
we need to introduce ourselves again.
Well, I'm still Christina, and this is still Peter.
Hi.
And Brandy and Brenda and Peggy Jean are with us still. And so we're going to do limit clearing process number 3, belief statement number 3. I'll show it up on the screen in just a second. But this is... You can do this one where you sit, so you don't have to get on the floor or anything. You can do it in a chair or sitting on the floor, but it's a seated twist. So it's kind of one of the easiest ones to do. You can do this one at work. You know,
do it on
sitting
a boat with the goat.
You can do it just about anywhere you can sit down.
Yeah.
So we're not going to have to do as much moving around this time. All right, so statement number 3, I am fulfilling my part of the divine plan for Earth's ascension now. So a little bit longer statement. If you need to write it down, that just means we're raising the vibration personally in our own personal mind, body, spirit system, but that affects the rest of the world, the rest of the physical realm. So if this is considered one of the more advanced statements, and if it's too much for you to do today, you can revisit it at any time. But I will invite you to, give it a try, even if you're not sure what all this means. We're setting the intention for the highest and best good of all involved, and so it's okay to give it a try and just see how, bringing this belief into your subconscious and into your body affects your life. You might find yourself, if you're not even sure what your part in the divine plan is, that's okay. Doing this balance might help reveal that to you in a more clear way. There are a lot of results that you can get from doing this kind of statement. So does anybody have any questions just about what the statement means? And all right.
To me, it reinforces the idea that we're all one and all connected, and we all have a role to play and a divine purpose on the planet. We're all here for a reason.
Yes.
It's not an accident.
And another way to say this, some people might not like the word ascension. You can say bringing heaven to earth is another way to talk about this idea. I'm fulfilling my part of the divine plan of bringing heaven to earth. That has always been the intention, and we're the ones that have chosen fear and fear-based belief systems that have prevented heaven from manifesting on earth. So we're working on clearing that now, and
like the Lord's Prayer, on earth as it is in heaven.
That's right. All right, so everybody's ready with the statement? Mm-hmm. And we can just sit here, and when we do this, actually I'm going to let Peter demonstrate it in the chair. I'm going to do it sitting on the floor with my legs crossed. If you can't sit on the floor, or if your hips are too tight to sit crisscross, then you can just sit in a chair like this with your ankles crossed. You can also cross all the way if you want a little bit deep. No. Yeah, like that, or all the way over, because we're going to be twisting, and so that just gives a little bit deeper twist. So lots of options of the ways that you can do your legs on this. You just want to have them crossed, and then you're going to turn when we do our twist. Well, let's see. Your right leg is on top, so I'll put my right leg on top. So we'll want to go this way when we turn. So we'll start with our feet either flat on the floor, or you can have feet together in cobbler's pose. I've got my soles of the feet together. So that's how we'll start. Start the limit clearing with soles of the feet on the ground or facing each other. And then we'll twist. Cross the legs, twist one way, say the statement, uncross, twist them the other way, say the statement, and then we'll come back to center and say it a few more times with our legs uncrossed and untwisted. All right, so we'll just get ready to start. So soles of the feet together or flat on the floor, and you just want to sit up tall. So even if you're in like a sinky sofa, go ahead like Peter and sit up tall. And then we'll just
scoot to the edge.
You can scoot to the edge if that helps, yeah. All right, so we're just bringing the palms of the hands together. You can have your hands in prayer position or just with the fingertips touching. And just close your eyes and let's just say the statement a few times. I am fulfilling my part of the divine plan for Earth's ascension now.
I am fulfilling my divine part for, say it again.
My part of the divine plan.
My part of the divine plan for Earth's ascension now.
Good. Exhale completely. Big breath. I am fulfilling my part of the divine plan for Earth's ascension now. Let's do it one more time together. I am fulfilling my part of the divine plan for Earth's ascension now. Awesome. All right, so you can cross. Doesn't matter which one you start with. Since Peter's doing left, I'll do left, and we'll turn to the same way. So really, before you twist, inhale the spine tall and long. Exhale into your twist. Eyes are open and looking all the way into the twist. Inhale. I am fulfilling my part of the divine plan for Earth's ascension now. Finish the exhale. Inhale. I am fulfilling my part of the divine plan for Earth's ascension now. One more big breath. I am fulfilling my part of the divine plan for Earth's ascension now. So deepen the twist just a little bit, just noticing wherever it's tight, breathing into the tight spaces, and then come back to center. All right, so switch the cross of the legs. If it's tighter on one side than the other, that's fine. Whatever limits you notice in your body, just breathe into them. So inhale the spine tall, exhale all the way into the twist. And then inhale and say the statement. I am fulfilling my part of the divine plan for Earth's ascension now. Finish the exhale before you take a big breath again. I am fulfilling my part of the divine plan for Earth's ascension now. I am fulfilling my part of the divine plan for Earth's ascension now. And one more breath here in this twist. Just breathe into any tension you feel and then slowly unwind. So you can put your feet flat on the floor or bring the soles of the feet together. Palms of the hands face each other. Eyes are closed, and we're just going to say it silently. Still breathing, letting that energy move. Noticing whatever you notice about the process. So just by virtue of the fact that you have come into this body and you're intending to do your work and be your soul's purpose on the earth, that means that you are fulfilling your divine plan. Just by being a daughter, son, brother, sister, friend, spouse, whatever it is you are to other people, that is part of fulfilling your divine plan on earth. So you're already doing it. And you already have been doing it all along. We're just going to be doing it more intentionally moving forward. So whenever you're ready to come back, this process is complete. So we've done enough. If you need to revisit this statement in the future, feel free to do that. Feel free to do another limit clearing process with this statement if it feels like you want to do one of the other ones that we've done. We'll be using lots of different limit clearing processes through this series, but some of them will be repeated. And if you feel called to use a certain limit clearing process with, a statement maybe that comes to you just in life, or an affirmation that you read somewhere that you feel like you want to balance, you can use any of these limit clearing processes to balance these in your subconscious. Anybody want to share anything from that?
That was not as physically painful as the last one.
Yeah, so we were talking about that between recordings, and whatever shows up for you, whether it's physically challenging or not, and you might find, Peggy Jean, the next time you do this one, it might be really physically challenging just because of the limits that you're clearing. So, just because you did a limit clearing process and it was easy one time physically, it might not be the next time. It really is interesting how this plays out. Sometimes it'll be really easy physically, but really difficult emotionally, and vice versa. And sometimes, there's not a whole lot. We don't even notice a whole lot until later. After we've kind of integrated the belief a little bit more. Before we go on, I want to celebrate the change. Oh, yeah. We got to celebrate being a part in a more intentional way, fulfilling our divine plan here on the planet. All right. So I feel a lot more expanded just by virtue of doing this here with y'all today. Does anybody else want to share anything from the process?
Well, I
Brenda
feel so
unmuted.
much expanded too. I mean, it's like, again,
good.
Yeah, it's really in divine timing, because I'm going through really big growth, and I'm feeling like my purpose on earth is to help people find tools to heal themselves and to reach their highest potential, and to understand that they are really and like they're infinite, beings, like from divine love, divine intelligence, great spirit. So many people don't realize their real potential. It's like many people live on the victim point of view, because societies make us, they program us to live from a victim point of view, that we are not in control of our life, and that like experience happen in a chaotic way, but that's not true. So the more aware you become, the more connected you become with your inner guide and the universe, the more you understand that you're really part of the universe, and then that if you trust it, it leads you to huge and amazing things, and it leads you to true happiness. So yeah, this is
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. And yesterday and Monday, the 2 days this week have been really intense for me, and kind of processing and clearing a lot of darkness and grief. And, a lot of it is from the collective, because I don't have any reason to be grieving personally in my life. But I was thinking last night, when I was having a hard time kind of, being positive or being peppy. It was a really kind of dark day. I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, but underneath, I'm happy. Even though I was in the process of processing some of that dark stuff, that underlying happiness was still there. And so, you know, we do have ups and downs with this work, but the more you do it, the more is just kind of a baseline of happiness. And then, you know, from there, we can do some challenging work, process some grief and darkness, but it's from a different place that, you know, that underlying joy and happiness is always there and not far away when we want to access it. I was able to access it internally. I wasn't able to, you know, express it so much outwardly, but I was like checking in. Yeah, it's still there. You know, even though I'm in the process of processing some dark stuff, it's still in there. Thank you for sharing that, Brenda.
Thank you.
Anything else that you want to say before we sign off?
I don't think so. We're glad everybody is watching, and we love you. Nosotros te quiero. Queremos.
So thanks for being here. So thanks everybody for being here. We'll say goodbye to replay people. Thanks for joining us. You'll get an email tomorrow with limit clearing process number 4. And yeah, we're glad you're here. Send any questions you have. Just reply to one of my emails if you have any questions. You know, this is a collaborative process. So don't be shy and don't hesitate to reach out if something is going on as you do this work is hard to make sense of, because those of us who have been doing it longer can sometimes see, oh wow, it's connected to that, and help you, you know, through that, over that hump. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're here for. Thanks everybody.
Thank you.
Love y'all, and see you next time.